I was roving on the bog on a misty Irish morning when an Englishman jumped up and shouted, "Ho, top of the morning, row, ho, diddle-I-yay, fancy free with a hang down low, shave my belly with a rusty knife, and I wake up in the morning, a bottle of rum and a fancy jig, and the road rise up to me. Gee, just put another shrimp on the Barbie friend, and I'll be there to greet ye. Row, ho, skilly-doo, whack all day on a toddy-o, with a bottle of rum and a drunken whore, and I go home in the morning. Row, ho, diddle-I-yay, musty Irish morning friend, shitting in a bucket with a drunken whore, and I go home in the morning. She says she wants to Uber home now, 'cause you're just not her type of guy, and she's got better things to do than to hang around with you. She's got other ways she'd rather spend her time. So for now, she just wants to Uber home. She says it's not that you're not handsome, you're just not her cup of tea. But she still wants to be your friend, 'cause if she meets her Mr. Right, then maybe you could help them move their stuff when she moves in with him. But for now, she just wants an Uber home. Girl, I know that it's all over now, but it's 8 p.m. on Friday night. The Uber rates are surging high. Oh girl, I promise not to cry again, but I'd really like if we could wait until the price goes down. She wants to Uber home now, and it's not negotiable. So open up that stupid app, get her address and all that crap, and just admit that it was never meant to be. 'Cause right now, she says she wants to Uber home. Shit on a shingle, everybody run for the western side. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody's drinking turpentine. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody run for the woods. Someone's shitting on a shingle and it isn't looking good. Blood on the front page of all the newspapers, blood on the feathers of all the little birds. There'll be no more mystery, there'll be no more unknown. My poor little brother's naked and alone. shit on a shingle, everybody run for the woods. Someone shitting on a shingle and it isn't looking good. Sur le pont des Invalides, dans ce dent petit cyclotron. Sur le pont des Invalides, dans ce dent petit dupont. Sur le pont des Invalides, dans ce dent petit électron. Sur le pont des Invalides, petit neutron. Tu signes à la lune dans tous les journaux et dessine le plume des petits oiseaux. Y a plus des mystères, y a plus d'inconnus. Pauvre petit frère, vous êtes unis. Sur le pont des Invalides, dans ce dent petit cyclotron. Sur le pont des Invalides, dans ce dent petit dupont. Sur le pont des Invalides, dans ce dent petit électron. Sur le pont des Invalides, petit neutron. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody run for the western side. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody's drinking turpentine. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody run for the woods. The king is shitting on a shingle and it isn't looking good. Hey, babe, it looks like you told me another bullshit story again. You pulled a fast one and I was the last one to know, and now I look like an asshole. Hey, babe, it looks like you served up another hot plate of bologna again, and I was sitting with a knife and a fork saying, can I get seconds? You said to meet you at the soda shop and we could maybe do some hanging around. But then I waited at the soda shop and you were nowhere to be found. Oh, 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 girl, don't you know what you're doing to me when you stand me up this way? You got me begging on my hands and knees for a second day. Oh, hey, babe, it looks like you told me another bullshit story again. You told a stinker and then let it linger, and I ate it up fucking hook, line, and sinker. Hey, babe, it looks like you cooked up another hot bowl of hogwash again, and I was sitting with my spoon in my hand.
Check,
saying
1,
this
2.
looks delicious.
2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check. Test 1. Testing the mic. Checking the mic. 1, 2. Computer volume 10. Oh God. Whew. Fuck. Ah. God, son of a bitch. Oh God. What is going on here? This shit. Computer, volume 10. Computer, what time is it?
It's 11 a.m.
Check. Help. Whew. Hello everybody and welcome to the Henry's Kitchen live stream. This is Henry. My cat roast beef. Sleeping underneath the sink. Not sure why the camera looks kind of hazy. I hope that's not a new problem. A new technical problem. Dark Ages says, holy shit, it's snowing in Henry's Kitchen. It's a holiday miracle. As much as I'd like you to believe that it is snowing, because it is make-believe after all, this is actually green screen technology, which allows me to create illusions through Hollywood magic. And that's basically what's happening here. Let me just make sure the mic's working. Check. Help. It's Kate X says, Henry, I don't want to alarm you. I think the microwave is haunted again. Wow, that's right. There does seem to be something strange going on with that microwave. Shitty Fardum Official says, what? Lucky Sevens says, holy shit, that's amazing. Parasitosis says, fucking heat wave here in Michigan, high of 45. I'm so pissed. Wow. Yeah, that sounds warm for December in Michigan. Butt Smasher Masher says, you almost fooled me. I thought the sign was fixed. Yeah. This is green screen Hollywood magic technology. We've got some alerts coming down the pike here. It looks like BBSTG07 says, I don't want to alarm you, Henry, but I think your painting is upside down. Well, unfortunately, I can't do anything about that because, again, this picture was probably taken 300 years ago, and there's no way that I could physically go back there and fix it. And it says here, CHRLS says it's Kate X. CHLRS has subscribed. Thank you very much. And it's Kate X, our resident OG user, has rated us. Thanks for sharing your audience. It's Kate, and I hope everybody's having a good holiday time. Blue Version says, hello, Henry. Hey, hello, right back to you. Cockknocker has just subscribed. Look, I don't mean to laugh at anybody's name. The name Henry was very unusual when I was growing up, and I was always the only kid with the name Henry. And even when you grow up, it's nice to have an unusual name, but when you're a kid, it's terrible. And so Cockknocker, I didn't mean to be laughing at your name. I think it's a wonderful name. It's probably a family name. And I don't want to laugh at your family or your ancestors or your familial legacy. I just want to thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Cockknocker. And Maui Girl 45 says, wow. Wow, indeed. Okay. Well, Shitty Fardum Official, again, I don't want to make fun of your names, from the Knocker Dynasty. Yeah. Aegis Manst says, I just started watching Silicon Valley, and I'm wondering if and when Henry's Kitchen will teach them how to prepare some proper food. Well, maybe we could start with this little trick that we've got going here. Hey everybody, this is John, and we started a new catering division here at Hooli, and we want to show you where you can cook some of your food and then maybe put it in a box afterward, and you could carry around your various boxes. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, my boss hates when I shorten his name to Dick, especially because his name is Steve. Yeah, I would check on the name there. Shardy Fardum Official says, this is John calling out to you from the Matrix. Yes. McFlurry Mac says, if Henry is the line cook, we are all dishwashers. Yeah, that's certainly one way to look at it. Shardy Fardum Official says, yeah, get it right. Yeah, I don't want to mess up anybody's names. I have butchered them. My eyesight isn't so good. In case you're wondering what happened, I accidentally called Shardy Fardum Shitty Fardum, which is clearly not his name. It's shardyfartum. Shard, of course, referring to the portmanteau, I guess, word that combines the act of shitting and farting, whereas shittyfartum would just mean that he's shitting. But shardyfartum is a little bit redundant, I would say, because you have the fartum already in there. Freakomatic says, Henry, how old is roast beef? Roast beef is 21 now at least, because in 2007 he was, well, estimated, he was a rescue, so he was estimated to be 2 years old. So now he's going into his 21st year. It's very, he's very old, and it's difficult. I don't know if some of you are having a hard time watching your parents age, or just aging yourself in general, or watching your pets age, but it's very difficult. Roast beef is a wonderful, wonderful person. He's a funny guy. He's the handsome one in the family, and he's just somebody who has given a lot of laughs to a lot of people. And it's hard to watch him age. It's sort of like he's a walking reminder of the general entropy of existence and the overall futility of even waking up in the fucking morning. Hammy X Hams says, cheer 30 for roast beef. Thank you, Hammy X Hams. I'm sure roast beef appreciates that. Anonymous. This is the group Anonymous that wrote the song Greensleeves that was later stolen and turned into What Child Is This? Shitty McFarden. An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Shitty McFarden. That's just a wonderful sentence to say out loud, and I hope for many more. Mimsy Coon says, Henry, you are both so handsome. Your bond inspires us all to do better. Wow, thank you for that, Mimsy Coon. That's very, very nice of you. That's a very kind thing to say, and I like the positivity, because it is, after all, the holiday time, and it is snowing here in Henry's kitchen. Dark Ages says, every time a bell rings, a Shitty McFartum gets a sub. Yeah, I think that's the way the expression goes. That's an It's Wonderful Life reference. CDT says, my dog is 12 and going blind and deaf. She ran into a door yesterday. That's very difficult to see these lovable creatures age around us. Hopefully when she ran into a door, she was trying to make you laugh. Or at least maybe afterwards she can say, I was just trying to make you laugh, even though she did it for real. CDT says it was hilarious. Well, if she's anything like roast beef and myself, if you fall down flat on your ass and fail at something, hopefully people are laughing and you're giving them joy of some sort. Fondue Yourself says, wait, how is it snowing there? It's that is the insulation failing? No. I want to make it very clear to everybody, as much as I'd love to deceive anybody, this is green screen technology. Hollywood magic. What the fuck? Beelzebub! Thank you so much. Beelzebub gifted 5 tier 1 subs. It's absolutely incredible, the generosity that you've shown, Beelzebub. I very much appreciate it. Helps us keep going here at Henry's Kitchen, and that's just very kind of you. I think it's time for a song, don't you? Let's find a nice background picture from one of our users here. Thanks, Maui Girl, for that opening. That was great. Parasitosis sends us this one. A little odd, maybe a little disturbing. I don't know if this is some kind of snow monster that they have in Michigan. Maybe the Michigan equivalent of the Loch Ness monster. I like it. I'm not sure we're going to use it as the background for our songs, though. Here, It's Kate gives us a picture. It's Kate took a picture of the marquee of the Henry's Kitchen in Asia. Can anybody, you guys are really good with international type stuff and GeoGuessr and whatnot. Can we tell what country that this is in? I'm waiting for some smart person to chime in. Massachusetts. Oh, I was wrong. I assumed it was. Well, yeah, but look at the phone number. That's not an American phone number. Is it even a phone number? Madagascar? San Francisco? I don't know. China, probably. Well, remember in China, they don't honor the U.S. copyright intellectual property laws, so it looks like somebody probably took the Henry's Kitchen brand that we've worked so hard to build here in the U.S. for the last 14 years and just made their own kitchen out of it. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and get the guitar. Let's go ahead and add a little reverb to the situation. Check, 1, 2. Can you hear me okay? I am X Angelina is on the case. Hammy X Ham says, look like they took the Hell's Kitchen logo too. Oh. Freakomatic. Henry, how long should I cook my wife to make her nice and tender? Wow. Beanie Bobini says, River Bison. Beanie Bobini is our resident intern here and has given us the okay that we do have the reverb on. Blue Version says, hear you fine. That's good. Holy Crap Awesome says, Henry, I'm watching with my cat Quattro, but I think he's getting pissed off because the noise keeps waking him up. What should I do? You're going to have to wait until your cat gets deaf. It really is, as sad as it is, it's a nice thing because they can't hear you making all kinds of noise. I kind of can't wait till I'm deaf. Well, I want to do this song. This is a Christmas song that was given to us, suggested to us by originally Kairosa, and then again by Norel Borel. Thanks, It's Kate, for digging that information up. And I'm going to get a little bit more Christmassy background here. It's a song by the Kinks. It's a sort of a early punk rock song. Let's get a nice Christmas. Here, we can use Gumme Cande's background here. This looks kind of Christmassy, right? Is that reindeer? Is it reindeer or reindeers? Computer, is it reindeer or reindeers?
From Quora.com. The singular and the plural forms of deer is deer. 1 deer, 2 deer. Likewise, the singular and the plural forms of reindeer is reindeer. 1 reindeer, 2 reindeer, and millions of reindeer.
That's what I thought, except for if you listen to, I think the Doris Day version of the Christmas song, she says, sees if reindeers really know how to fly. Was that a mistake that just got through on the recording, or is it one of those things where you could do it either way? IMX Angelina says, I found it. The restaurant is in Mumbai, India. Oh, I couldn't have been more wrong. I feel like a real ignoramus there. Okay, let's go ahead and do... This is a great picture. Thanks, Gumme Cande. Presumably from the American Northeast region. But I still want to find something a little bit more Christmassy. How about Pug Lady? Well, Pug Lady gave us an awesome picture, but it's still not Christmassy. It does have green and red, but I'm looking for something with a little snow also. But this is a cool picture. Thanks for this, Pug Lady. Okay. I'm going to scroll down to some past pictures. See if I can find something really Christmassy. Sorry, everybody. This is difficult to say the least. It's difficult to say the least. Okay. I can't seem to find a really Christmassy picture here, and it's taking too long. Oh, here we go. We've got the elusive man sent us this picture. We'll use Santa Claus in the background here. Song by the Kinks. When I was small, I believed in Santa Claus, though I knew it was my dad. And I would hang up my stocking at Christmas, open presents, and I'd be glad. It's way too low. I'm very sorry about this. Let's bring it way up. It was my dad. I'm going to start over. I'm very sorry. When I was small, I believed in Santa Claus, though I knew it was my dad. And I would hang up my stocking at Christmas, open presents, and I'd be glad. But the last time I played Father Christmas, I stood outside a department store. A gang of kids came over and mugged me. They knocked my reindeer to the floor. Vamp. They said, Father Christmas, give us some money. Don't mess around with those silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. Want your bread, so don't make us annoy. Give all the toys to the little rich boys. Don't give my brother a Steve Austin outfit. That was the $6 million man, dollar man. Don't give my sister a cuddly toy. We don't want Jigsaw or Monopoly money. We just want the real McCoy. Father Christmas, give us some money. We'll beat you up if you make us annoyed. Father Christmas, give us some money. Don't mess around with those silly toys. But give my daddy a job, 'cause he needs one. He's got lots of mouths to feed. And if you've got one, I'll have a machine gun, so I can scare all the kids in the street. I would scare them, I would say. Father Christmas, give us some money. We got no time for your silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. We want your bread, so don't make us annoy. Give all the toys to the little rich boys. Have yourself a merry, merry Christmas. Have yourself a good time. But remember the kids who got nothing while you were drinking down your wine. Father Christmas, give us some money. We got no time for your silly toys. Father Christmas, please hand it over. We'll beat you up, so don't make us annoyed. Give all the toys to the little rich boys. The Kinks, as requested by Norel Borel and Kairosa. Wonderful Christmas song. Thanks, Dark Ages. Yeah, that was a fun one. And I'm glad we found a background that was sort of fitting. It kind of looks like I'm sitting on Santa's lap. And he's trying to wine and dine me, or wine me at least. Okay, what else do we got? Dark Ages, speaking of whom, we have a picture here. I've been slacking on posting backgrounds, but I thought this automaton monkey backup band was interesting enough to share. It is. Unfortunately, it stole our token and didn't play any music. That sucks. I hate that. Bradford Bartow says, Henry, if you can cook food, you can also cook methamphetamine. I'm asking for a friend. Oh, it's a question. Can you also cook methamphetamine? I would think so. Cooking is cooking, as long as you follow the instructions exactly. But one thing I'll say is, when it comes to baking, and let's say that you just live by yourself with your cat or whatever, and the recipe says you're going to make 16 cookies or a full cake or whatever, a lot of times you'll want to divide the ingredients. And to Bradford's question, if you're making methamphetamine just for yourself, you'll probably want to divide the ingredients by however many the recipe says that it's supposed to be serving. And you have to be very, very careful. Probably more careful. Like last week we made cookies, peanut butter cookies. It looked like they were going to come out delicious, but I forgot to divide the baking soda, and I wound up having at least twice as much baking soda as you were supposed to have in there. So if you're cooking methamphetamine and you have twice as much of any one ingredient, you will probably die. So just know that the stakes are higher. But I think you probably could. Just follow the directions, okay, is what I'm guessing. I don't know how to do it. And I'm not recommending it either. Remember, when we say that people here at Twitch and YouTube and Henry's Kitchen and all that are users, we're referring to in that they have a username, and whether they take recreational drugs or not is completely irrelevant. We wouldn't judge if they did, but we also wouldn't judge if they didn't. That's just sort of my personal public service announcement. Freakomatic Henry, are you playing anything by Jose Suicidio today? Well, that's a good question. I didn't have it planned, but you know what I'm gonna do? There was a request here that came to us from Hammy Ham Hams. And maybe we could do this in a Jose Suicidio style. Maybe let's find a Jose Suicidio. You meant Jose Suicidio, not Jose Feliciano, because that's a very different thing. Oh, perfect. We're going to use Lisi's picture from their Colorado trip for this one. Wow, what a beautiful, I love that about driving through Colorado and those clouds, the cumulonimbus clouds get so thick, but there'll be a break and the sun will come right through and you feel like you're having some kind of a religious experience. So let's go ahead and do this song that Hammy Ham Hams wanted to hear, and we're gonna do it. Freakomatic wanted to hear something in the Jose Suicidio genre, so that's the way we're gonna do this. We have to find the right key. This is a famous song by the great John Fogerty. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Maybe more of a Halloween song, but just a general good song. Here we go. I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. That's nothing here in LA. I see bad times today. Don't go around tonight, 'cause it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hear hurricanes a-blowing. Everybody, I know the end is coming soon. I fear rivers overflowing. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. So don't go around tonight, 'cause it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Hope you got your shit together. Hope you're quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. Like the weather's something you're worried about after you were told that you need to prepare to die. One eye is taken for an eye. A lot of biblical references here. Well, don't go around tonight, 'cause it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. So don't go around tonight, 'cause it's bound to take your life. And as WTF says, there's a bathroom on the right. Holy crap, awesome says the weather cannot be that bad. Yeah, it kind of depends on where you are. Vados says, Henry, would you ever sue your brother like Tom Fogerty did to John? I didn't know that John's brother sued him. I thought it was the record label, but I didn't really follow that. All I know is that John Fogerty eventually was vindicated, but I didn't know it was his brother. Wow, that's awful. I'll have to look into that. It sounds pretty cool. Thanks, Freakomatic. Game Master Flash says, you can do this, King. What up, users? Hey, everybody say what up to Game Master Flash. Game Master Flash, hope you're doing well. Good to see you on here. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, John got sued for sounding too much like himself. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Desolate Reality says, do you have any good methamphetamine recipes? I do not. Beanie Bobini, Henry, are you an only child? No. Neat says, what up? Hey, Neat, what up with you? Okay, let's go ahead and... I think we've gone through the pictures here. Let's see if there's any. Oh, Maui Girl, who also gave us our opening picture. Maui Girl 45 gives us this one. Is this by the beach in Maui? I like it. I love that the Christmas vibe is different depending on how close to the equator you are. Parasitosis wants to know if I'm good at gin rummy. I think so. I think I'm probably pretty good at most card games because I have a lot of downtime. Mochi's Nirvana says, I hope to decorate with you and the gang again very soon in the future. Yeah, we need to decorate. Okay, let's look at maybe one more picture here. I think I hear roast beef milling about. Phaedrus sends us this picture. Items you should never flush down your toilet. Dental floss, feminine products, hair, etc. And then somebody put a post-it note saying, good thing this is not my toilet. Yeah, that's somebody who is not community oriented, I would imagine. That's somebody who is just being a dick. But they do have a good point. All right, everybody. Well, why don't we do one more song? We had a request from Beanie Bobini, our resident intern here. We've done this one before, but I think it's a great song by the great Chris Isaac. Chris Elliott. I could see him doing a funny version of this. But Chris Isaac from one of my all-time favorite movies called Wild at Heart with the incredible Laura Dern and Nicolas Cage and so many other, Harry Dean Stanton. I'm going to find one more picture here as a background. We need something kind of creepy for this. Oh, this was just me biting into my peanut butter baking soda situation. Thanks, Maui Girl, for sending that. And, oh, here we go. Hammy Ham Hams. We haven't used this picture yet. We'll use this one as the background. It's a nice sunset somewhere. Is this in the American Southwest? It looks very cool. Thanks, Beanie Bobini, for recommending this song. I think it's a great song. If you haven't seen it, Tenacious D does a great version of it. I'm going to do the best I can. Let me find the chords here. Wicked Game by Chris Isaac, not Chris Elliott. Oh, Hammy X Ham says this is Florida. Yeah, sometimes I can easily get the southeast and southwest mixed up. The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. I think I'm getting that wrong. No, I don't want to fall in love. No, I don't want to fall in love with you. This world will only break your heart. What a wicked game you play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do to let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say, you never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do to make me dream of you. And I wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't want to fall in love. No, I don't want to fall in love. Thanks, Orange Doom 84. No, I don't want to fall in love with you. Thanks, Beanie Bobini, for requesting that song. And thanks, Chris Isaac, for writing it and performing it. And thanks to the movie Wild at Heart and the late David Lynch for making that incredible movie. WTF, happy to have caught the live. Just discovered on YouTube a few weeks ago. Thanks, WTF. I've been putting a new episode, an unreleased episode on YouTube every Tuesday morning, and I've been having a blast. These are all the episodes that were previously behind the paywall, and they've been backlogged for several months. So it's been fun, and I'm glad to see new people joining us. I also want to say, as long as we're doing little plugs here and there, just 1 second. This afternoon, I'll be going to the post office to deliver these towels. This is one towel, and they're available on Henry's henryphillips.com/shop. This is probably the last day that I could put it in the mail that you would get it before Christmas. I'm not sure about that. It depends on where you are, but the towels are available, and people ask me throughout the year, and unfortunately I don't stock them very often, but they are there now if anybody wants to get towels. Wireless says, will the signed cooking apron come back in stock? Yeah, probably in the spring or so. The signed cooking aprons, even though they are a staple of Henry's Kitchen, they're extremely difficult for me to produce, and it takes me about a half hour to make one because I'm ironing all these letters. I'll usually put on a movie or an album and then taking them to the post office, and then it's always takes a long time for them to deliver it, and it's taking more money now because of international trade wars and all kinds of stuff. So it's been difficult, but it is happening, and I'm gonna get them back in the spring. So thanks for offering. I'll never stop having the aprons in stock somewhere. Yeah, Willis, I sign them. It's really kind of a Zen experience. Maybe I'll make one on the stream sometime so I can show you how I make the Henry's Kitchen apron. There is a video where I'm making it somewhere. Mochi's Nirvana says, will AI be able to help with creating Henry's Kitchen aprons? Probably. Eventually AI is just going to do everything. Parky Barky, do the aprons come dirty like yours? No, you have to do 14 years of hard labor in the kitchen. Oh, Mochi's Nirvana uses hers for painting. That's pretty cool. Thanks, IMX Angelina. That's very nice. Jose should write more songs that require a softer and higher octave voice because you need. Wow, that's very nice to hear. I feel like Jose likes to dwell in the lower register, but I like to get in the higher register if possible sometimes. Parasitosa says, hopefully you streaming it won't create counterfeit. Yeah, I don't want to give everybody the exact recipe for the aprons, otherwise nobody would ever purchase one anymore. But actually, if no one ever purchased one anymore, that would help me, because then I could use that time for other things, like maybe spending quality time with my cat roast beef, who's currently asleep. I don't know why this camera is foggy. I don't like that. Okay, everybody, we have fucked around quite enough. Bunger Love says, I ordered an apron from you only to realize it wasn't your site. Now I'm homeless. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. So you accidentally gave somebody a ton of money or something like that? Oh, Capacious, thank you very much for saying you love your apron. And Money Curse says, hi, Henry. What in the fuck is a pomander? Perfect segue into our next order of business here. Let's go into the kitchen, shall we? Here we are. This is the regular kitchen. It's not snowing anymore. We're just doing our thing. And Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, I thought I was ordering a Henry Phillips towel, but it turned out to be a Harvey Picar towel. Oh boy. Oh, IMX Angelina says that there's a little bit of reverb on there. So let's see if I can fix that now. Check. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check. Test. You can hear me okay? Okay. Elf on the Shelf cereal looks good. Oh yeah. I have my various cereals. I like frosted shredded bite-sized wheats. And then this one's called Elf on a Shelf. It's some kind of I don't really know what Elf on a Shelf is, but it's some game that kids play or something like that, and I'm not really quite sure exactly how that works. Money Curse says, hi, Henry. What in the fuck is a pomander? Oh, yeah. So we're going to have to get into that. I am Angelina wants a close-up of the box. The box is it's very cool. All right. There's a blonde German cockroach in your cereal. Oh, boy. I hope not. Yeah, German cockroaches, I guess, would be blonde. I don't know why they call them German. Liberdaria says it's made out of elves. And Liberdaria, I have an announcement to make. I just booked a show. I have 2 shows to announce. One of them is in Chicago at Zany's Comedy Club in Rosemont. I was even thinking of calling Danny's and seeing if we can do karaoke night there, either the night before or the night after. But we've got plenty of time to think about that. But Zany's Comedy Club in Rosemont is... we're doing a show one night, March 1st. And thanks, It's Kate, for the tour. You can get your tickets right there. Yeah, Dazzlecat says, you betcha. It would not be the same to go to the Chicago region without hanging out at Danny's, because it's always one of my favorite times ever. Go see George. Go have some IPAs. So I'd like to try to make that happen. And then also... come to the show. It's going to be a blast. It's and then the other thing is Liberdaria. I have a gig in the works in St. Louis, so I'll be announcing that really soon. So a little bit of touring going on. The St. Louis date, it looks like it's going to be February 22nd if you want to mark your calendar. Awesome, everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we've got 3 months in advance this time, so there's plenty of time for people to think about it. Okay, everybody, a lot of exciting stuff happening, and I want to say thanks to everybody for all your support. Let's see what the fuck this dish is all about. Desolate Reality says, will you bring roast beef to any of your shows? I don't know. He's snoozing pretty comfortably there. I don't think he wants to go anywhere. He doesn't want to get on a plane. That shit is for younger cats. He's retired. Hammy X Ham says, I'd say come to Florida, but it's terrible. Well, we've been to Key West, and that's always a good time. I'll probably go back there at some point this year. I like Fort Lauderdale. I've always liked Florida. I'm not sure which part of it you're in, but I've heard that there are, just like any state, there's good parts and there's bad parts. JSBX fan says, beef just collects the booking fee. Yeah, absolutely. And he also, he can make people laugh from right here at home. He doesn't have to get on a plane. And that's, Roast Beef is very happy about this whole new situation where you can stream and not have to get off your ass. Parky Barky says, I could travel right now. It's 30 degrees Celsius where I live right now. Wow. Well, if you're saying 30 degrees Celsius, I'm thinking maybe you're in Canada or some other place where they use Celsius. Maybe you're in Europe. I don't know. But Parky Barky, are you in Calgary or something like that? That sounds like it's probably about that. Computer, what is the weather right now in Calgary?
Currently, in Calgary, Canada, it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit with snow. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 30 degrees and a low of 1 degree. Also, there's a yellow advisory, blowing snow in effect until Wednesday, December 17th, 8 p.m.
Computer, what is 10 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
10 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 12.2 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so not quite. So I'm not sure. We can play a game called Guess Where Parky Barky Is. Computer, where in the world right now is it negative 30 degrees Celsius?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh, Northern Alberta. Parky Barky just gave it away. We were playing a game. No. Mochi's Nirvana says we were in Banff and Lake Louise in October. Oh, Banff and Lake Louise, those are a couple of very beautiful places. So Parky northern Alberta. So there's a lake community up there, and I can't remember what it's called. I'm not thinking of Lake Louise. There's like way up there. Very cool. Oh, Parasitosis says negative 40 Celsius is negative 40 Fahrenheit. I didn't know that. That sounds like a good way to remember it. Saguaro Oo says, greetings, am I late? Did we already cook up a gourmet masterpiece? No, we haven't cooked anything yet. I'm finding this image is a little bright. I think I'm going to unbrighten it a little bit. Let's see how I do that. That's not right. Too much. Get a little contrast there. Maybe you can read the tier 3 subscribers. Yeah, maybe a little more like that. You can adjust all the color settings as much as you want, but you can't run away from yourself. Game Master Flash says, I remember it the way Bob and Doug McKenzie taught me. Double it and add 30. Yeah. And maybe that would be a good Christmas song to do, is their 12 Days of Christmas song. That's really good. Game Master Flash says, so a 6-pack is 42 metric beers. I heard they're making a new movie. Am I right about that? Thanks, Jim Dodger, for complimenting my haircut. I appreciate it. We just try to do anything that we can in this world to try to better ourselves. And I guess a haircut is one of those things. Okay, everybody, so let's take a look at our ingredients here. We've got some oranges. These are the best oranges I could find. I got them at the farmer's market. Unfortunately, they come blemished when you get them at the farmer's market, but I picked the best ones that I could find. I don't know why the farmer's market can't get their shit together, and they've got all kinds of blemishes on their fruits, whereas if you go to a mainstream grocery store, for cheaper, for less money, you can get one that doesn't have any spots on it or anything. It's just beautiful. So I wish we could work on that in the food industry. And we're going to need some rubber bands, some ribbon. We've got some tape here, some toothpicks. We've got cinnamon sticks and also cloves. Okay, so I don't know exactly what we're doing here yet. Shardy Fardum says those farmers need to get their shit together. Yeah, they really do. Bunger Love says, I don't have any of these ingredients. What can I do to follow along? I guess you're going to have to watch and try to memorize it for when you do it. Dazzlecat says, no star anise. I might have some. Let's see. Not sure. Oh, I do. Yeah. And it's got the Henry's Kitchen sticker on it. So the way this works is that you buy whatever this is, star anise it's called, and then if you want, from the henryphillips.com/shop website, you can get the stickers for $6, no shipping and handling, and I'll send 4 stickers out to you. And you can put this over whatever dumb label they already have on there. So I've got cumin. There's all spices, and also can't remember what the other one is. But anyway, there's 4 of them. Okay, everybody. The Chunk says the farmer's market is basically an outlet store of factory seconds. It's a bit cheaper, but everything's a little wonky. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. IMX Angelina says, I think I'm going to leave. Well, I hope you don't leave. We're just getting into the thing. Beanie Bobini says, cumin, star anise, all spices, And stoked pampika, that's what it is. It's called stoked pampika. All right, everybody. Let's take a look at the final product here. This is what we're going to be making today. It's called a Pomandor. Computer, what is a Pomandor?
Pomodoro is a noun meaning a variety of pear-shaped tomato from Italy.
Doesn't sound right. Did I say it right? Pomander. Computer, what's a pomander?
The noun, pomander, can have a couple meanings. 1. A mixture of aromatic substances, often in the form of a ball, formerly carried on the person as a supposed guard against infection but now placed in closets, dressers, etc. 2. The ball, box, or other case in which it was formerly carried.
Does that help anybody? I'm confused. Shardy Fardum says today we're making medieval throwing balls. Okay. Quanto says this is way too complicated. I'm ordering a pizza. This actually is not a food item, so you could actually order a pizza, maybe a giant pepperoni pizza with dripping cheese, or if you don't like red meat, you could just get maybe barbecued chicken, or if you're vegetarian, you could get some pineapple, or just a regular cheese slice is pretty good. If you're vegan, you can figure it out with cauliflower or whatever, but either way, you definitely want to be eating a huge pizza right now, or at least I do, instead of doing whatever the fuck this is. Game Master Flash says, we're not cooking today. Christmas came early. Yeah, every now and then I just have cooked too much and I can't do it anymore. And that's sort of what we're doing today. We're doing a, let me check in on our alerts. Hey, we've got some alerts here. Old Dummy. Oh, Old Dunny, I'm very sorry about that, has subscribed for 3 months. Thank you, Old Dunny. And Hammy X Hams cheered 13 bits. Thank you so much for that. Okay, but we've got work to do. We're going to get it done. Let me just pull up the video here. We have a video. This is always difficult. It's never easy for me to pull up a YouTube video. I got to do this. And then I go to this. Okay. Yeah, this should be okay. How to make orange pomander. So let's just take a look at a little bit of this and we'll follow along.
Are you looking for a fun and simple craft for your family this holiday season? I'm Jan Hal and welcome back to my channel. In today's crafting tutorial, I'm going to show you for your family this holiday season. I'm Jan Hal and welcome back to my channel. In today's crafting tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these orange pomanders. It's such a relaxing and simple craft that gathers the family around the table for some quality time. And the best part is the amazing aroma that you're going to smell while you're making these.
Ooh.
So let me show you how it's done. This project doesn't take a lot of tools and materials. Let's go over what you'll need. You'll need a fresh, firm orange without any blemishes if you can find one.
No.
You can also use limes. Look how cute this lime looks. You'll need a bunch of cloves. I like to buy them in bulk. I'll put the link in the description below where I find them at a good price. That smells amazing in itself. To make poking the cloves into the orange a little easier, you can use a toothpick, a paper clip, and sometimes you don't even need anything. The cloves will go into the orange really well. I find the fresher they are, the easier the skin is to penetrate.
Okay.
If you want to make perfect circles around the orange, you can use elastic bands, washi tape, or you can use painter's tape or masking tape just to mark that circle and leave a place for a ribbon if you want to. And a ribbon if you want to put one around your orange, like I have here. And we'll be going over how to preserve the orange at the end of the video, and I will give you the ingredients of the spice mixture that will help preserve them a little longer. So the first thing that you'll need to do is decide what design you want to put on your orange. You can do something as simple as just put cloves all over the orange, or you can make spiral lines. On this orange, I'm going to use these elastic bands to just trace along the outside of each rubber band so that I have even and equal lines, and you'll place the rubber bands where they need to go. So that works really well to help you keep those lines in order. That's what I love about this project, is you can freehand and do whatever you want on these oranges. The kids love this because they can come up with some really fun designs on here. You can make little stars, you can do whatever. You want to keep a space between the cloves about the size of another clove. The orange will shrink down and you don't want the cloves to pop out. I like to work in one area at a time and then move to another area. You can put them in a dish, or we just throw them out on the table. Everyone takes a handful and just start poking in those holes. But I'm going to outline this area here.
Wow, this is going to take some time. We might just make one today.
In. So this orange is pretty fresh, and I probably don't even need to poke those holes. So it makes the process a little easier if you have an orange that's easy to.
Okay, I think we're going to start going for this here. It looks a little complicated, but that's never stopped us before. Actually, it did stop us a couple of times, but I'm going to try to do it from memory here. And then I've got this damn thing is always off like that. Okay, so I'm going to take the most unblemished one, which I guess is probably this one. It's the smallest too, so smaller surface area probably means less work for us. So we're going to start by putting our rubber bands around it. Parasitosis says this is a pre-electricity fidget activity. Yeah, this is probably what kids did before we had electricity. And then they said, fuck that. Alright, so I'm going to make my design sort of like this. Is that okay? Is that going to work? Alright, so let's take a toothpick here. These are cinnamon toothpicks. Oh my God. It can't be opened. I don't understand. Oh my God. Oh. Okay. So I think what she did is just sort of poked around next to... Let's take another look here. Looks like she's poking next to...
push in. And this rubber band that's going all the way around, I'm going to make it a little wider so that I can put a ribbon there. So instead of that elastic, I'm going to put this washi tape down and around so that I can stay on track. Then I can follow that guideline and have space to put a ribbon. And this is such a great project. You can just sit and chat. It smells Christmassy, and before you know it, you'll be wanting to make another.
Okay, I'll take her word for it. We've got tape. Oh my God, how am I going to find the end of this? Okay. And I think I'm just going to go all the way around. Okay. And we're putting cloves in there. Oh my God, that smells good. Oh, I just want to just smell these all day. I'd like to smoke them if I could. Wow, that's good. Shardy Fardum says, smoke that shit up. What does it smell like? It smells like cloves. Bobins says, personally, I would just tape the cloves on there. The stabbing is a bit too violent for me. Yeah, maybe. Let's just, when in Rome, you know? I don't know what you use. Computer, is there any kind of food that you would use cloves in?
From thekitchencommunity.org. When cooking with cloves, remember that a little goes a long way. Their intense flavor is especially well suited for game meats, braised dishes, and spice-laden desserts like pumpkin pie. To harness the full spectrum of their taste, pair cloves with complementary spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger.
We've got cinnamon. Once again, I don't think that answered my question at all. Oh my God, this is going to take forever. This is going to be like watching paint dry. I'm going to try to really step up the speed here. Oh, I smell the orange too. Wow, a lot of good smells going on here. And that's unusual for us here at Henry's Kitchen. So now we just take these and poke them in there, I guess. Yeah, I'm not going to do every one. I think that would probably be painful for everybody involved. There's some chatting going on. Dazzlecat says this is a scent-based activity. Is it really? Okay, so maybe that's kind of what we're doing. That's a little bit like cooking, but you don't have to eat it afterward, which I think is good. I've made a lot of stuff that smelled good, but tasted like shit. Beanie Bo Beanie says, does this hurt the orange? I think it renders it useless. I don't think that you're going to be able to eat this orange after this, but I could be wrong. It's funny because usually it takes me about 15 minutes to get tired of doing an activity here, but this one, it was almost immediately. Computer, how long does it normally take to get tired of putting cloves in an orange?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does. Except for me. And I'd say the answer is almost immediately. Uh-oh, I'm crushing them on the other side. You don't even really need to poke the holes, actually. We're going to do a little gaming here in a little bit. I'm going to play... I was thinking today, since we're going to be doing a lot of gaming with the users, with the Jackbox games and whatnot, I think today I'm just going to go ahead and do some of our old favorites, like maybe a little Miss Pac-Man for nostalgia's sake. Okay. Remove the tape. My God, what have we done? That's the one that's going to have the ribbon. Why don't we can't put our ribbon on there yet. Oh, I think we probably could. I need to take these rubber bands off, otherwise I'm going to fuck up the whole thing. That wasn't very well planned. I'd kind of like to see how she pulls that off. See, they're coming off as I'm taking the rubber bands off. That's unfortunate. It's like a catch-22 because now we have to put these back in, but we don't know where to put them. Ah. Okay, I'm going to put the ribbon on there now. The ribbon's too thick. The ribbon is way thicker than our tape was, so that's a problem right there. But I think we're going to have to just sort of fudge it a little bit. I'm going to get some scissors. Did I just find the most difficult ribbon? Why did I do that? That I did the wrong one. Jesus. Okay. I just found the most difficult ribbon to cut in half. Okay. My clothes are falling off my orange, and that's a bummer. Okay. I think I'm just going to put some other ones in there willy-nilly. Maybe we'll grab our Star Anise. Henry's Kitchen Star Anise. A little out of focus there. Break it up. We'll watch a little bit more of the video. Boy, these smell good too. A lot of good smells in here. I love that I'm going to eat a pizza later, and I'm also going to smell good stuff.
It's smelling so good. I wish you could smell this. So you just continue that until you have it like you want. You may be wondering, how long is this going to last? Now they'll last about a week, and you can preserve and make that last a little longer if you put them in the fridge at night, or you can use this spice mix that preserves them indefinitely. Some people will even preserve them in a fruit dryer, or you can do that in a low temperature oven. And you'll know when the pomander is ready if you're dehydrating it when you tap on it and it sounds
Wait, you
hollow.
leave the rubber bands on there?
I just like to make one and then make another one the next week, one or two, just to spread that out during the holidays, and so I have a nice fresh smelling pomander. When you finish putting all your clothes in, you can remove the rubber bands and the tape.
Yeah, good luck. They all come off.
And I'm going to place a bow around that area where I left.
Oh, well, her bow is the same size as her tape. That's where we fucked up.
And you may be wondering, what do I do with these pomanders? These are really cute sitting on a
That's
shelf.
exactly what I was
Or you
wondering.
can arrange several in a bowl and use them as a centerpiece. So I've made up a mixture of spices that help preserve the orange. And you can get that recipe on my website. I'll put the link in the description below to the blog post with the recipe in it. Set the orange or lime in the bowl and just sprinkle it over the top. And you'll want to do this soon after you poke the holes in, because then the juices that come out when you poke the hole, that is where the spices will collect. And once you have sprinkled the spice mix over the top, you can take just a craft paintbrush and brush off the excess.
Okay, I think
That's all there is to it.
That's
So go
it.
grab some oranges, gather your grandkids around or your family members, and make an orange.
grandkids. That's hilarious. Maui Girl 45. She is in fight or flight mode. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's go ahead and just put a bow around this thing, as they say. And let's crop this out here. And yeah, this is what we have. We're not completely done. Wait. What's going on here? Trying to get this set up. Oh well. Anyway. Okay, everybody. So this is what we have. If you want to see what the example pic looks like. I mean, it looks kind of the same. The question is, why did we do this? I don't know. She said that you can put it somewhere, like maybe we can put it, I guess, near our cereal. If you just want to set it up that way. Maybe a little like that. I don't know. I'll put this over here. And I don't know. Yeah, I guess we did it. Smells amazing, but I mean, what kind of quality television relies on whether something smells good when you're done with it? Maui Girl 45 says, I would give it to my ex for Christmas after it gets moldy. Yeah, that's something you could do. You could give this to your ex. Beanie Bo Beanie wants to see if Beef wants a sniff. Computer, is it bad to let your cat smell cloves?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I don't think so. I don't think he'd be into it. Oh, cats hate citrus. Yeah, it does smell citrusy. I have some star anise or whatever on the floor. But this stuff smells good too. My God. Oh, well, of course. Anise is basically licorice. And then this is cloves. And we also didn't really mess with our cinnamon sticks. We've got that. Maybe we can put one big cinnamon stick in there somewhere and make it sort of like a snowman's nose or something. I don't know. There we go. This is it. This is the finished product. Let's get some nice presentation. I'll get a little cutting board there. This is it. We've done it. We did whatever we were setting out to do, which I'm still not quite sure what it was, but that is most certainly it. I will say this smells so fucking good. WTF says it's to keep by the chamber pot so you don't have to toss out it as often. Oh, I see. Toss it out as often, maybe? Okay. Well, I'd be... I don't have a chamber pot. I have a toilet. Parasitosis says, I bet roaches would hate this. That's right. I hope they do. Anti-poop device. Oh, I see. You can put it in the bathroom. Well, I think there's going to be some good uses for this. Goat's Sheed says, so you can shit next to this thing. Yeah. Fluviology says, especially in the cold December, you don't want to go outside to empty your poop. Yeah, I had an awkward thing happen with the hotel that I stayed in once. I called the front desk and I said, hey, I need you to replace my poop bucket. And they were like, your poop bucket? What are you talking about? Yeah, the little bucket that they've got over there by the refrigerator and the coffee maker and stuff. And they said, sir, that's an ice bucket. And I was like, oh. Money Curse says, seems like a normal thing to do to an orange, I guess. Yeah, why not? Capacious T says, clove cigarettes are how I started. Yeah, and because they're, and then you get into the other ones. I smoked for 20 years, believe me. I quit 8 years ago, and I think that was probably a good idea for me. But maybe for you, smoking is an awesome thing, and it works for you. I just couldn't make it work for me. I was having trouble breathing, and always smelled like cigarettes, and always didn't want to watch a movie because halfway through I was going to want to get out and have a cigarette, and it was really tough. So I'm glad. 8 years smokeless, that's right. Parasitosis says, I never smoked, but I often have dreams of smoking. Interesting. Maybe you smoked in a previous life when you were a different species or something like that. Okay. All right, everybody. What is the expression? We conquered, we came, or whatever. What is that expression? Computer, what is that expression about we conquered, we fought, we came?
From Quora.com. They came, they saw, they conquered is a concise way to describe a rapid, decisive victory or success achieved with little apparent difficulty.
Yeah. We conquered, we saw, we came. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, I just made bad choices when I was younger. I still make bad choices, but I did then too. Yeah, there's really no time where you'll ever stop making bad choices. And by you, I mean just you specifically. Pierce Squared 2 says, we came, we saw, we conquers. That's what I always thought it was. We've got one little stray little guy there. We're going to put that in there. And I'd say here at Henry's Kitchen, we made a pretty damn Pomandor, or whatever the fuck that is. And if you want to see the picture, that's what it looks like. Okay. There it is. All right. Okay, everybody. There's that. Why don't we do a little bit of gaming? Maybe I'll do the thank you song. Just for some. I want to thank, by the way, Jan Howell, who's got 325,000 subscribers. That's twice as many as we have at Henry's Kitchen, or at the Henry Phillips channel. So I'm a little jealous there. But let's go ahead and... Dazzlecat says collab. Sure. Beanie Bo Beanie says, sure, Jan. Okay, I'm going to take the guitar. And let's go ahead and do a very Christmassy version of our thank you song. Let's put the reverb on. And maybe we'll make it snowing again. Check, test, 1, 2. No, that's not right. Check, test, 1, 2. Here we go. It's snowing right here at Henry's Kitchen, and I'm glad you could join. We're gonna do a very Christmassy version. Based Spilled Shun says, whoa, is this magic? This is Hollywood magic you're seeing right here. This is how we do it. We're gonna do a Christmassy thank you to all of the users out there who have made Henry's Kitchen a possibility for coming up on 4 years, I think. It's pretty incredible. And you can hear and see me okay, and it's snowing. Here we go. I want to thank Fucking Dingo Bob Dumb Beef Hot Bear 1110 Do Dingle Dog Ogle Dr. Flanges and Bacchus Shane Yes Beelzebub Mochi's Nirvana It's Kate Kairosa Bumble Vision Chef Reactions, Husky Boyle, Bill Larkin, Music, The Toily, Nim, Moon, Emru, Orcamind, S-Fan, and Bonnie, Dazzle, Cat, Blurry Little Quest, and Borson, Vanilla, Parasitosis, and don't forget Quanto. Now I gotta do the... I have to be able to see... Dazzle, Cat, Zod, Bane, Toke, My Nuts, Saguaro, Uberito, 55555, Dinosaur, JV's Tech, wait, Dinosaur, JV's Tech, Sickly Boy, Beelzebub, and Lips 1, Caitlin's Kitchen, wait, I'm getting that part wrong. Oh, there it is. Dinosaur, JV's Text, Sickly Boy, Beelzebub, Handlips 1, Caitlin's Kitchen, D's Nuts, Game Master Flash, the Cat Food Taste Tester, the Chironex, Mochi's Nirvana, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom GR, Acid Tis, and Michelle Effie, Embry 225, Yarchasm, Nico Tazo, Moico Buble 4422, Potato Cat Breeder, Passion Error, Minho Shin 64, Midnight Faded, JSBX Fan, Essity Test, Pool Boys 789, Lacey T, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit, Tankerton, Borson, Vin, Zodiac Tone, Gary Busey, ASMR, Lurk Bull, Shandus Nova Glarian, Mr. Gooseberry VT, don't forget Quanto. Fluviology says, nice, thank you. Thanks for the positive verbiage there. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's a thank you to the moderators, the Tier 3 subscribers, the big name streamers who've done collabs with us. I want to thank Nim again for including me on his early New Year's show, which you can watch the DVD of it on his channel if you haven't already seen it. But I just am always very happy to collaborate with Nim, and congrats to all that they've got going on this year. A new addition coming very soon to their family. Dark Ages says, I picture myself listening to this near a crackling fireplace, gazing at the snow falling out of a nearby window as the users are recognized. Wow, that sounds pretty trippy. Wicked Delight says, I almost forgot Quanto. Thanks for the reminder. Yes, never forget Quanto. You've heard of Don't Forget the Alamo, or it's Remember the Alamo. Oh my God, Don't Forget the Alamo. Totally butchered that. But don't forget Quanto, remember the Alamo. All right. Okay, so I think we're going to do a little gaming now. You know what? I've got it. I've got a fun one for us to do. We haven't done this one in a while. Let's see. I got to do all this shit. I got to open the Steam. Okay. You guys are gonna shit your pants. You can tell which one we're doing here. Here we go. A little Ms. Pac-Man. I don't remember the controls though. Why is enter not working here? Oh, I see. I'm gonna have to ask, can you see and hear the game okay? Oh shit! I should have asked first. Okay, yeah, it's all good. I don't think I'm gonna last very long on this one. the controls I'm not used to. I feel like in the real game I can... Oh, shit! Oh my goodness. Oh! Whoa. I still got it. See if I can get 1600. No, it's not worth it. There we go. Reverb is still in. Oh, okay, let's change that. Oh, wait. Wait. Did I just fuck up? Oh, here we go. It's the double backing that makes it difficult. Oh my goodness. Sorry everybody, I can't really talk. I should be getting a much higher score, but it's too risky. Oh my god. I don't suck this bad. Oh no, oh god. Alright, we're just gonna do probably not much longer this. At least we'll be able to see the little thing. Dark Ages says, man, those old arcade noises are unbeatable. I think that's one of my favorite things about going to the arcade. All of them playing full volume. Yeah, definitely brings back some memories. Remember how we used to shit our pants when we saw the graphics with the little song? Oh, roast beef is awake. Just a little more nostalgia, and then... Hey, we got a free man. Oh, boy. I think I'm getting carpal tunnel. Oh, boy. They really are trying to kill me. That was kind of sneaky what I just did right there. Oh, you gotta watch out for Blinky. That's the tough one. And Clyde. All right, we're on our last man. Let's see how we do here. I'm not even going to try to get the ghosts. I'm just going to try to survive. Total survival mode, because I want to see the next screen. Oh, we're done. All right. Let's play something that we can really play. But let me check in. Goat Sheed says, so what was the design decision to make Ms. Pac-Man extremely louder than regular Pac-Man? Is it louder just on my system? Is that what you mean? Or just in general? Okay, let's do a little bit of food cooking simulator. Wicked Delights, what's your all-time favorite game or style of game? You know, I really liked that game Defender. And asteroids has a similar thing too. I like when you float. That's always fun for me. Magnex 44, Pac-Land is my favorite. Joust also has that floating thing. I don't know why I like that so much. Makes me feel like I'm flying. Okay, now we're going to play a little cooking simulator. This is one that we used to do. Haven't done it in a while. Moonlight Atsuko says Amanita design games are so beautiful. New game. Let's do cooking school. Fondue Yourselves says you might like a short hike for modern flying feeling. Okay. I'll do that. That sounds pretty good. Oh, the game's pretty loud. Okay, let's fix that. Damn. Can we go to the volume of... Is that better? Okay. I pushed apply. Okay. Thanks, it's Kate. Thanks, Beanie Bobini, the intern. Okay, your order will be steak with a side of French fries. Damn, that sounds good. Oh my God. I am real hungry today because we didn't cook. Look behind you. Oh God. That's the checkout. See, that's your order. Walk up to the display and press on the miniature. What? The display. Oh. Take a good look at this screen. To the left, you've got a list of ingredients. And to the right, what you have to do with them. Don't worry, we'll do it step by step. Is there a way that we can make it so his words don't disappear while I'm halfway through reading it? Like I just completely missed that last one. This guy just pops in and talks real fast and leaves. Okay, I think I go to this. Well, anytime now, take the steak out of the refrigerator. Now he's being sassy. Let's put it somewhere. The cutting board will do just fine. Now pick up the salt and use it on the steak. Sprinkle 4 grams. Now it's time for some black pepper. Again, we need 4 grams on the steak. Hold on real quick. Sorry. Use black pepper on the steak just as you did with the salt. We need 4 grams. How do I put this down, everybody? Okay, this. Don't tell me that 2 containers are already too confusing. Is this salt? There we go. I did. This guy's a dick. Turn on the griddle next to the refrigerator. Over salted. Okay, what do I do now? Oh, I take the food and put it on there. Take that steak and put it on the griddle. Target the steak. Beanie Bo Beanie says, now stick a bunch of cloves in it. Bunch of fucking cloves. Look up there, spatula. Okay. Ow. What am I? I'm in a glass jail? What the fuck, man? You know what, guys? I think it might be time. There's always a situation that makes me say, you know what, I think I'm done. And I think that was it. I found myself in some kind of weird glass jail. I'm trying to exit. Okay. All right, everybody. I want to thank you for joining us here in Henry's Kitchen. I had a great time. We made whatever this is. It smells good. I hope that everybody has a great week. And don't forget that there's Henry's Kitchen towels. This is probably the last day that you can order a Henry's Kitchen towel and have it show up by Christmas or the holidays or whatever. But you can get it late too. I don't know. But that's on henryphillips.com/shop. And also, thanks, Epic Huggles. That's very cool of you. Thanks, everybody. And also, I want to say that on Sunday at noon Pacific, we're going to have our blowout Christmas stream. And it's going to have all kinds of cool stuff. So from us here at Henry's Kitchen and Roast Beef, we just want to say thank you very much for joining us. And I hope that you have a great rest of the week. And yeah. It's Kate X says, chat have been gambling on the cooking. Was it fine or fucking delicious? Well, I'll just say, delicious might not be the word, but let's just say it smells fucking delicious. It smells fucking delicious. So however you want to work that into it. And if I ate it, it probably would be fucking delicious. But it's pretty awesome. All right, thanks everybody. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you on Sunday at noon Pacific.